love it. So it's like, I'm just as my affirmation thing, like, you know how they've got rain sticks that
Oh,
make
yeah.
rain? That's, well, guess what? The good and plenty is showering down in a good way, Although we did have some nice little sprinkles yesterday. So I was going to tell this silly little thing about abundance, and I'm going to tell it because it doesn't apply to anyone in this room. So there's a man that's been away on a long trip, and he decides he wants to get his wife a beautiful little gift when he comes back home. To say, oh, thanks, I've been gone, and you've been handling. So he goes into the department store, and he says to the gal, you know, I want to get my wife something really nice. And the gal goes, oh, you know what, how about a nice bottle of perfume? And he goes, oh, that's a great idea. So she pulls out this bottle of perfume, and he goes, that's lovely. Now, how much does that cost? And she goes, oh, this is a mere $100. And he's like, oh, well, do you have anything a little less expensive? And she goes, oh, I do. I have a smaller version. And she brings out another little bottle. And he goes, oh, that's better. Now, how much is that? And he goes, she goes, oh, that's $75. He's like, oh, how about let's try a third time? And she goes, all right, well, I've got this tiny bottle. But it's perfume from France, so it's very rare. And your wife is really going to appreciate it. You're really going to be showing her everything, what you think of her, and you're affirming your abundance. And he goes, and how much is my abundance costing me there? And she goes, oh, that's $50. And he goes, well, you know, no offense, but, you know, what I meant was I'd like to see something a little cheaper. And she goes, oh, okay. So she reaches down under the counter and she brings up a mirror. I just, you know, I don't know why it just hit me. I thought, oh, this, there you go. So today is about good and plenty, and it's a plentifulness. It's about living in abundance, and I loved everything that Sandra shared with us. And she is right, you know, Ernest has a lot of things about plenty. Take some time to look it up in your Science of Mind book. It's fantastic. But today, so abundance loosely means having more than you need, right? Because if it's abundant, it's like I've got more than enough. But abundance is also loosely defined having money. I always think of money when I think of abundance. I don't know about you. But prosperity is, you know, not only the prosperous greens, etc., but it's prosperity in everything, but it's also relating to money. So the dictionary for money is that it's a medium of exchange. Just a medium of exchange and a measure of value. And it means paying, a way of paying for things that we need. John Randolph Price says it's sufficiency of supply, a full measure of infinite good, and he says, but in the invisible, it's the creative energy of God, also called substance. Now, isn't that a different meaning than the abundance that we're taught when we're growing up? It's the creative energy of God or substance. So last night as I was preparing my talk, I read this article, and it said, this was the headline, it said, at least 23 lottery winners last year lost all of their millions. They had won $1 million or over, and they had lost it. And it said, stating the odds of winning the Mega Million, which all of them had won, they'd won the Mega Million Powerball. The odds for winning it are very slim, but the odds for life, is everything okay, Lauren? Yep, it's good. Okay, sorry. You look like, uh-oh, and I heard somebody's phone, so I thought, all right, we're shutting down. Okay. The odds of winning the Powerball are really slim, but the odds of devolving